Hey, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
All right,
How are
good evening, everyone. How's everyone? How are you, Jeremy?
Pretty good. What about you, Jeff? How are you today?
Well,
Night.
well, I'm excited, for two
Excited.
things. We have a special guest tonight. We have a special show. It's Thursday. We normally do it on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, but
Always.
it's special tonight. And well, we just finished our 2 day PowerPoint for teachers, no? And it was very successful. Maraming natuwa. We were 38 in the class, so wonderful, no? So yeah, how are you? Have you had your dinner already, Jeremy?
Oh yeah, I had a really quick dinner so that I
Oh,
won't
great.
collapse during this live show.
Oo,
What
ako
about you,
rin,
Jeff?
nag-quick
Have your dinner?
dinner, no? Oh, well,
Have you had your dinner, Jeff?
to everyone watching right now, do hit the share button or start a watch party, no?
Oh yeah.
Tonight, our topic, Jeremy, is on using Think Alouds to develop comprehension, no? This is very good for teachers from kinder to grade 6, grade 7, ganyan. So we'll get tips from our guest tonight, no?
All right.
Bago natin siya papasukin dito, basa muna tayo ng konting comments, no? Good evening muna tayo kay Julie. Julie, good evening sa iyo. All right. Si Ave or Ave, good evening. Of course, si Doan, good evening. Ganda ng sounds natin. Yes, oo. Good evening, Joanne. Yes. All right. Good evening, Beverly. Yay. And good evening, si Miss Flores. Good evening, si Miss Rivas. Yes, good evening sa iyo and Miss Pandera. Okay. So, konting intro lang about our guest tonight, no? She's a friend from high school, no? She's a high school friend, and now she's an educator. And what else pa ba? She was formerly a UP Open University facilitator. So marami tayong makukuhan tips sa kanya on remote learning, as well as a what do you call this? Ang master's degree niya is on reading. Marami na yata akong nasabi or literacy. Mas maganda marinig pa natin yung iba sa kanya, no? So anyway, without further ado, papasukin na natin ang ating special guest tonight, Miss Tan Choi. Hello, Anne.
Hi, hi, Jeremy.
Hello.
Yes, good evening sa iyo, Anne. How are you? Hope you're doing fine there, no? Kamusta naman? So, ano bang mga pinagkakabisihan mo lately?
Ayan, yan ang magandang tanong. We
Yes.
recently moved to the province, right? So,
Yes.
of course, your viewers don't know me from Adam. So, galing po kaming Manila, we moved to the province, and now, of course, we have a bigger space here. So, ang pinaka-recent naming libangan ay gardening. We've been
Wow.
growing
Wow.
Yes, we've been growing fruits and vegetables, and we've been harvesting them and eating them. Yeah.
Wonderful. I like that idea, no? You eat what you grow, no? That's wonderful. Yes. Tapos yung pala, no? The husband of Anne is also my barkada from high school, no? We're very close barkada. So please say regards to our friend Mike. Yan, or your husband, Mike. So, yes, Anne, do tell us something about yourself. Ano bang ginagawa mo? Nakapagbigay na ako ng intro kanina. Maybe there are other things you'd like the viewers to know about you.
So you've mentioned already that I used to teach at the UP Open University, and I've been teaching there for about 10 years na. Mostly literacy education courses, no? I've just stopped because I gave 2 years ago, I gave birth to hopefully my last child, ikatlo. And I'm actually planning to go back to teaching again at the UP Open University when the school year starts. Yun.
Oh, okay.
Aside from that, I am also recently into homeschooling. So because of our transfer to the province, we've taken the opportunity to try out homeschooling.
Oh, okay. And how's the experience so far? I mean, is it easy for someone na educator like you na may experience sa kids?
Exactly, no, that's what you'd expect, and that's what I expected also, di ba? Para I've been teaching kids. I was also a preschool teacher before. So I've been teaching
Yes.
for the longest time. But really, when you're teaching your own kids, may
Iba.
personal and emotional element involved. That's not normally seen when you're dealing with your students. Kasi I think you're more understanding and you're kinder when you're dealing with
Yes.
students in your class. Pero
Correct.
pag yung mga anak mo, parang
Uh-huh.
unang-una, bakit hindi mo alam yan? Tinuro ko yan sa'yo. Parang gano'n. Parang you
Mas may
tend,
frustration.
yes, oo. You tend to take things more personally. I think that's one of the challenges that I've faced natong first year namin of homeschooling. Tapos, there were a lot of struggles at first. So, may mga times, may mga iyakan blues talaga kami. As in, umiiyak sila or umiiyak ako sa frustration. But, yun ha, end of the school year, happy na sila.
Kasi end of school year na, no? Actually, hindi ka naman nag-iisa dyan, no?
Nakapag-adjust na sila. It took
Ah,
a
okay, I
while.
see. My wife is also like that, no? Si Ingrid, preschool teacher din siya and naging elementary teacher. So nung siya na yung nag-aalaga nagtuturo sa mga anak niya, napunta na sa akin. Ako na yung nag-tutor. Well, although right now, my kids don't go to tutor anymore. Tinetest ko na lang sila. But anyway, I understand the feeling and the experience. No? Talagang hindi siya madali, especially pagka kids mo nga siya. So, anyway, I mean, I'm curious, you went into education. What made you decide to get that course, no? And yung masters mo, tama ba? Reading and literacy? Sorry?
It's called reading education. It's
Reading
offered
education.
it's offered in the UP College of Education. So why did I take it up?
Yes, yes, or why did you take up education in the first place, no?
Okay, so my bachelor's degree, my undergrad was psych. Tapos
Okay.
I just tried. I parang fresh out of university. I just parang tried a teaching job. I tried to get into teaching preschool, and I really enjoyed it. But I felt that parang what I learned in psychology as an undergrad didn't equip me enough to teach. So I wanted to learn more about teaching, learn more about the educational theories, ganyan. So I decided, and my favorite subject really for the longest time, batang-bata pa lang ako, mahilig na ako magbasa.
Social
So,
studies?
no. Reading. So talagang it was
Reading.
parang natural for me to take up reading education. Since it was,
Okay. Talaga.
since I really love reading. And I really wanted to bring more kids into reading. Because parang yun yung key mo or gateway mo for all the other subjects. Even math.
Interesting.
Diba?
Tama, no? Parang everything begins with reading, no? So yung pagkuha ng knowledge, reading. Do you agree, Jeremy? Ikaw, are
Oh
you a
yeah,
reader?
definitely. Yeah. I read a lot.
Okay. Nice, parang nagulat ka sa tanong ko,
You know, man.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, we
Sige.
should books and stuff. So yeah, we like to read a lot.
All right. That's wonderful. That was well, I asked you kanina off camera. Are there any teachers na very that really inspired you to be better? Or I mean, sino sila? What did you learn from them?
Well, top of mind is my parang thesis advisor, and she became the
Okay.
USEC for DepEd, the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction in DepEd. Her name's Dina Ocampo. So,
Of course, the Dina Ocampo.
yes. Parang prof ko pa lang siya. She was parang displaying a brilliant mind, talaga ganyan. Tapos I also got to work with her in DepEd. Tapos talaga, wow, amazing the way her mind works, the way she makes connections, the way even also she relates with other people, no? Parang yun, galing niya.
And
Wala.
what did you do in DepEd? Tell us more about the things you did before.
So, ang tawag sa position namin was technical assistant there. So we
Okay.
gave technical assistance to the people in the bureau. So if you're familiar with DepEd, meron silang iba't ibang bureaus, di ba? They have Bureau of Curriculum and Bureau of
Yes.
Learning Delivery, Bureau
Uh-huh.
of Resources, something like that. So I work mostly with the people at the Bureau of Learning Delivery. So sila yung
Okay.
we help them create policies or write policies. We help them create training programs, and we help also o parang oversee or manage some of the different projects that come into the department. Para meron bang so that all the projects are streamlined. Kasi we have different donor organizations coming in, di ba? May iba-iba silang
Yes.
agenda or may iba-iba silang gusto. So, ang
Yes.
gusto natin, syempre, parang hindi na madodouble yung effort. So, kung may gumagawa na nito, how will you connect your project to that para hindi na
Correct.
sayang or hindi na wasted yung resources and efforts. Something like that.
I see. Parang very technical in nature, kaya nga technical assistant, no? So, yun, no? Tapos, eto, I have a question about yung upcoming demo and upcoming class mo, Ann, no? Kasi Ann is going to have a webinar, no? Live webinar called, the title is Using Think Alouds to Develop Reading Comprehension. Tell us more about the idea, no, behind this and the research. So, and maybe how teachers will benefit from this.
Okay. So, yung Think Aloud is just one of the many strategies to develop reading comprehension. But first, we talk about reading comprehension. What is reading comprehension, right?
Yes.
Reading comprehension is the cornerstone of reading. Without comprehension, you're not really reading. You're merely sounding out the words or sounding out the letters, di ba? So yun yung natin, reading is not reading without comprehension. Unfortunately, comprehension is something that happens inside our brain or inside our mind. It's a mental process, di ba? Hindi natin nakikita. We don't exactly see how readers read or what goes on in their minds as they are reading. So kaya lumabas yung Think Aloud protocol. Ang Think Aloud protocol, it's actually a research protocol as well as a teaching strategy to help poor readers become better readers. So ginawa nila tong research tool to understand how do good readers read and how do poor readers read. How come good readers can understand and how come poor readers can't understand? So ginawa nila, nag-research sila na parang, ano ba ang ginagawa ng good readers? Can you tell us? Can you think aloud as you are reading? What's going through your mind? What questions are you asking? What are your thought processes while you are reading? So yun yung parang inaral nila lahat ng mga verbatim na sinasabi ng mga good readers while they are reading. Nagti-think aloud sila, di ba? Tapos kinompare nila ito sa mga poor readers. Ano-ano naman ang iniisip ninyo? Hindi, syempre, you don't call them poor readers, no? Basically, basta alam mo na mahina yung comprehension nila. But you also ask them, what were you thinking or what are you thinking while you're reading? Can you tell us about it? Tapos nakita nila, there's a stark difference between how good readers and poor readers read. Parang hindi, it's a metacognitive process, kumbaga. Metacognition is something like thinking about thinking. How do you exactly know that you are understanding what you're reading?
Okay,
so yun
interesting.
yung lumalabas sa good readers. Parang naiintindihan nila, ay, parang itong sentence na to, I have to read this again because I don't understand it. This word reminds me of something. Maybe this word means like this or ganon. So lumalabas yung mga iba't ibang strategies that good readers use when they are reading as compared to poor readers who don't really think about or think aloud while they are reading. Parang hindi, they're just
reading.
Right, like sounding it out without really thinking about what they're reading. So yun yung main difference between poor readers and good readers. And now, that's the research part of the Think Aloud, no? So now, nag-isip yung mga teachers, paano natin tutulungan yung mga poor readers para maging better readers sila? So you also use the Think Aloud strategy actually to help poor readers become better readers. How? Diba? As like we said, it's all happening inside, diba? Na hindi natin nakikita. So yung teachers, sila ngayon ang magiging models, or they will demonstrate good think aloud protocols or good think aloud strategies. Tapos, makikita
Nice.
yun ng mga ganun pala yung nangyayari while you're reading. And then they try out. I mean, you guide them into doing the think aloud process. And then later, hopefully, they will learn to apply it on their own. Independent practice. Parang ganun.
All
So,
right.
Galing, ah.
And Jeff, hope you don't mind
Yes.
if Anne could share how exactly is this strategy in use? At the simplest example that you could give us. For
so
example, I'm
basically,
having
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. For example, I'm having a hard time understanding this whole sentence.
Sentence.
Yeah. How would think aloud strategy help me out?
So there are various, we call it fix-up strategies to help readers make sense of what they're reading, no? But the key point there is you understand that you don't know or that you're not understanding. Naintindihan mo? Yung awareness na yun,
Yeah.
that's the first step in battling your comprehension problem. In the parang alam mo, aware ka, I didn't understand this sentence. What can I do to understand the sentence? Maybe I should reread it. Maybe I should look at some of the keywords here that would give me a context, a better context. Or maybe if I read forward a few more sentences, I would be able to understand this again. So I can read forward and then go back to reading it again. So these are just some of the strategies that we can use to help us understand what we are reading. So yung mga ganong model, ituturo mo yun sa estudyante mo. You are explicitly telling them na, parang medyo malabo itong sentence na ito. Ano-ano kaya, siguro, babasahin ko ulit itong sentence na to, tingnan ko kung mas maintindihan ko pa siya. Ganon ka-explicit mo na sasabihin. It's something that a teacher needs to practice because it's something that we don't normally do. Di ba pag nagbabasa tayo, we don't talk to ourselves. But through practice or by actually preparing a script, a think aloud, make visible what is usually invisible.
Interesting, ano? Very interesting. So
Something like that.
before I say my point, no, or my question, before I ask my question, if you're finding this interesting, and I know you are finding this interesting, no, kasi ang dami na nagko-comment dito na very interesting, please hit the share button, and also if you do have questions, please ask Anne. Okay, you can ask Anne by typing in your questions, no? Anne, very interesting, ang ganda ng sinasabi mo, and I'm learning a lot right now. I read this book also. I forgot the title. Okay. The title is How to Read a Book. I forgot the author. Pero sikat yung...
think aloud, Jeff.
Sorry?
We need the think aloud strategy because you forgot the title of the book.
Exactly. So, yun. So the title of the book is How to Read a Book. And the strategy there, parang there are two things I remember. You write on the book, okay? You write on the book so you remember, and use your fingers to guide, no? So parang yun yung naalala ko sa kanya, and so far it has been very effective. Before, I don't like the idea of writing sa libro, no? Parang feeling ko na sa school, especially in the traditional setup, kailangan neat ka, kailangan yung libro mo walang sulat. But then later on, I realized that you really have to write on your book, no? Na talagang sulatan mo siya, especially if you have good ideas. So a few years back, I learned to do it, and I love doing it, no? So it's easier for me to remember or for me to understand. But yes, tama. Parang I want to try that. Parang are you trying? Parang are you suggesting that when we read books, we're like talking to the book and talking to ourselves? Parang ganun ba siya?
Yeah, like be one with a book, Jeff. Diba?
Yeah. Tama ba yun, Anne? Is that correct? Parang you're
yeah.
in a way,
yeah.
no? Sige. So, tingnan natin dito, ha?
Sorry. Yes, Jeff. Sorry,
Sorry.
you're a little bit choppy, but I wanted to comment on your
Oh,
what you're doing, no? So actually, writing on the book is actually interacting with the book,
okay.
'di ba? When we think
Yes.
of reading, it's like a one-way street. The book that gives you information and then you accept it. By
Yes.
writing on the book or by writing your thoughts, your comments, your questions, you're actually interacting with the book. So it becomes a two-way process. So mas nagiging
Yes.
meaningful, 'di ba? It's
Yeah.
always more meaningful when it's
Yes.
interactive. So even when you're doing lectures or
Yes.
webinars, rather than just listening, when you have questions, it becomes more
Yes.
you
Yes.
retain more
So
there.
tama siya. I mean in a way it's one of the processes na but it's not, of course, well, it's not reading aloud, no. But so tama naman siya. I mean in terms of a strategy in understanding something. Ito, may nagtatanong ha, ipasok ko lang to. May nagtatanong dito si Rosa Asaldo. Suitable po ba ito sa beginners such as kinder or grade 1? Sige, Ann, please
Yes, definitely. In kinder and grade 1, ang isa sa mga one of the things that we really must include in our teaching is read aloud time, di po ba? Lahat po yata ng kinder at grade 1 classes, meron silang time for reading storybooks to their students. And if you don't, you really should, because reading aloud to your students is really one of the best ways for them to learn. Aside from other things, of course. But yun, through reading or while reading aloud to them, you inject some of these think aloud strategies already para bata pa lang nasasanay na sila na ay, I can do that pala. I can think aloud while I'm reading and I can take charge of my reading, just like what teacher is doing. So yes, the short answer is yes. It's applicable for very young learners.
Interesting, no?
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy, you wanted to say something?
Well, I just want to add to that question. Since reading is not just limited to the subject of reading itself, right? How can I use this, for example, as a learner or maybe as a teacher or an instructor to guide students or even myself if I am taking, for example, science or math classes? How would the approach be different compared to, let's say, a reading subject?
That's a very good question, and I've actually been reading about using Think Aloud in other subjects, in subjects other than reading. And
Okay.
they've done it in math classes. They've done Think Alouds in math classes. It's very similar. It's like if you're the math professor, no, you're walking your students through the process instead of just showing it to them. So how did you arrive at this answer? You go through the process with them instead of just showing them the product, which is one of the shortcomings that we have. Naalala mo, Jeff, isipin mo, how did the teachers teach us reading when we were young? Naalala mo ba? Or even during high school, ano ang mga ginagawa ng mga teachers to help develop reading comprehension?
Well, pinapabasa tayo ng how do you call that? Pinapasyllabicate sa atin, no? Pa-konti-konti. And then the goal back then was to be able to read but not really to understand. That's how I remember or how I feel now, no? Parang basta makapagbasa ka, cat. Because of the picture, I understand that it's a cat. But for other words, hindi ko na siya alam dahil, hindi na siya naging visual for me. So, pinabasa lang sa'yo. Yan.
So, yung comprehension part ng reading, hindi siya parating nabibigyan pansin, especially when we're
Correct.
doing beginning reading instruction, right? So, the focus is really on sounding out the words, sounding out the letters. And then when we go to high school, maybe Jeremy, do you remember what you guys did in your English classes or even in your Filipino classes?
English, I
Paano
don't remember.
pinintindi sa inyo yung Ibong Adarna or
Ibong
Florante at Laura?
Florante. Well, wala. They just gave us the book, and then we read the book, and then we discussed afterwards the story itself. But it was not segregated into line by line or maybe per paragraph. It was just the whole idea of the entry, let's say. Yeah.
So I think even up to now, parang it's very typical for teachers to just assign readings to their students. Okay, basahin nyo to. Bukas, quiz tayo. Or basahin nyo to, discuss natin bukas. So agad-agad, from reading, papunta na agad sila sa product of reading, which is comprehension. Tinetest nyo na agad yung comprehension ng bata. O, sino ang bida sa kwento? Saan nangyari ang kwento? So mga ganun yung mga comprehension questions that are asked after we read the story, di ba? But you don't process the
Yes.
actual understanding or how did the students arrive at the answer. So that's how Think Alouds can help. And that's how Think Alouds can also help in other subjects. Kasi papakita mo sa kanila yung process. What process should you go through so that you can arrive at the correct answer?
I see. Interesting, ano? Ang galing, ano? So, kumbaga, hindi lang tayo nagbasa just to get facts. Parang ganun ang nangyayari. Who, what, when, where. Pero
Yes.
hindi masyadong nilalalaman dun sa why, no? So, so maganda, no? So, pasukan lang natin ang mga questions dito. Interested, we think aloud. Interested siya. Ito, maganda question ni Miss Get or Jet, no? Good evening, Ma'am Ann. When, as a teacher, we stop reading a part of the material, then we ask questions to be answered before moving to the next sentence. Is that think aloud?
Okay, so it depends on your objective for stopping and asking a question. Kasi there are many reasons why teachers ask questions. Can be to check for understanding, di ba? Parang naintindihan niyo ba yung binasa ko? Or it can be to call somebody's attention. Jeff, ano nga yung sinabi ko? Parang ganon. Just to check whether the child is listening or not.
Nakikinig or hindi.
Oo. So kung ganun yung reason mo for asking a question, then that's not actually a think aloud strategy. That's not actually applying the think aloud strategy. Applying the think aloud strategy is actually parang planado to. You don't just go into the classroom and then stop and think wherever you want. You actually have to plan. Saan ba ako titigil? Which part of the paragraph or which part of the sentence should I stop and ask a question? Parang ganon. Kasi ang goal mo for doing the Think Aloud strategy is to model reading comprehension strategies. So pipili ka ng part na medyo mahirap intindihin. Tapos ipapakita mo sa kanila, paano ko inintindi itong part na to? Kasi this may be confusing. Parang ganon.
I see. Interesting. Na-curious tuloy ako, this research, paano siya nagsimula? I mean, sino ang, anong history behind Think Aloud as a strategy?
Hindi ako well-versed into the parang research, pero as early as 1970s, 1980s, there's been research on Think Aloud. And I think it stems from yung cognitive, may parang iba't ibang perspective, di ba, of thinking and learning. Siguro yung part of parang learning na you are constructing meaning, parang siguro doon galing yung constructivist theory ba? Siguro doon galing yung Think Aloud protocol na parang tinitingnan nila how do readers actually understand or how do they construct meaning when they're reading. Tapos yun nga, it started as a research tool to help these reading researchers understand the reading process. And then it became a strategy for actually teaching comprehension.
Okay. Here in the Philippines, gaano na siya katagal ginagamit? I mean, as a strategy in our schools? Matagal-tagal na rin ba siya? I mean, based on your recollection or...
Actually, kaya feeling ko, hindi siya masyadong ginagamit. Kaya napili ko siyang I wanted to talk about it more and I wanted to expand it.
By the way, how's our reading comprehension, our kids here? How do we compare to other parts of the world when it comes to reading comprehension?
That's a good question. No? Recently, I think just last year, they released the PISA results. It's an international assessment, no, where a lot of countries participate in. So, nirarank tayo with other countries according to a standardized assessment. And I don't know kung nabalitaan nyo, pero the Philippines did not do well
Medyo
in the
baba
PISA.
tayo.
But
Alright.
but it was our first time to join, and at least meron na tayong benchmark ngayon. Meron tayong way of knowing where are we and where can we move forward from here, or how can we move forward from here.
Interesting, no? Galing. Ganda. Buti na tanong mo yan, Jeremy, no? Okay, babasa lang tayo dito, but before we read the comments and the questions, please hit the share button, no? Marami na nang-share sa atin, nakakatuwa naman. It means that people are, they find this very interesting. Alright, so meron tayong comment dito from Jessica Tang Og. The goal of reading is comprehension. I remember nung elementary ako, very frustrated ako sa comprehension. Kasi meron kaming class for reading where we were taught how to read. We had a separate class for comprehension where we were asked to read and then questions were asked. Okay? So hindi ko siya ma-connect. I couldn't connect. Pasado ako sa reading, pero pagdating ko sa comprehension, hindi ako makapasa-pasa, no? So, yun pala yung dapat na ginagawa. That parang feeling ko, hiniwalay pa yung reading sa comprehension. E di sana pinag-isa na lang talaga. So, the whole, like 1 hour should be put on kids learning to comprehend or understand the text or the story. And tama si Ano, na maganda yung process noon. Kasi I think if that would have been the process before, baka mas naging interesting. Kasi anong nangyari nga nun, papabasahin ka, and then tatanungin ka ng questions. Meron pang multiple choice. Pag multiple choice, it's very tempting to just choose which one. Di ba? But anyway, so let's read some comments here. Good evening, Sir Jeff and your company. Your discussion is very relevant and timely, especially comprehension. Most of the students nowadays can read but very poor in comprehension. That's the sad reality. Tama, ano? So, and this is more of a practice, no? So tell us what they will expect, the viewers. What can they expect from the demo? Let me just read when the demo is going to happen. The demo, and Choi, if you're liking this, we already sent emails, no? Kung kailan mangyayari yung demo, the 4 free demos, no? And schedule will be on June 24. That's 2 p.m. Okay. So Anne's going to have a 30-minute demo.
June 4 or June
Jeff,
4?
it says here
June 4, sorry.
June 4 or
June 4 is the demo. June 20 is the actual class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
So,
added 24.
Yeah. Napagsama ko yung 20 and 4, no? Yun, ako. Bagsak ako sa reading. All right. So the demo class is going to be on June 4, 2 p.m. All right. So we already sent out the link for that. No? It's a private link. Selected people will only be able to join that. Only those who signed up. Pero what's great is that 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people signed up. So more than 1,000 people received the link. No, just check your email spam or your inbox. No, and for Tan Choi's talk on the same topic, which is using Think Alouds to develop reading comprehension, it's going to be on June 20. That's from 2 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Now, if you want to get that at a very good rate, you may do so by going to our website, kayhusay.com, and putting this code, ANNSEB, ANNSEB, ANNSEB. All right? So if you, again, also, if you're finding this interesting, this topic interesting, please do share the click the hit button or start a watch party. Yan. So, mamaya, meron tayong mga guests na magtatanong, okay? Those watching us, you may also ask questions, okay? I have a question here, Anne. So, can you give us some tips, especially right now during the pandemic, no? In the new reality that most students will be learning using their gadgets. As a UP Open facilitator, what are the different strategies that or tips that you can give para naman feeling ng teacher or para maging effective yung delivery ng lessons?
I think one of the keys for distance learning, no, we call it distance learning because you and your students are not in the same place, di ba?
Correct.
One of the keys for distance learning is to shorten the distance between the teacher and the student. And I know that that's not possible physically, di ba? So how do you actually shorten the distance in other ways? So one of the things that parang hard to replicate when you're doing face-to-face compared to like online learning is yung immediate feedback. When we're in a class and we lecture and then we see somebody parang yung eyebrows niya nagmi-meet, ganyan, di ba? Tapos parang kikita mo sa mukha niya na hindi niya naiintindihan. Agad-agad, you adjust your lecture or your topic to be able to get your point across. Di ba? Yan ang problema sa distance learning kasi hindi mo nakikita yung yung reaction ng estudyante mo pag nag-lecture ka, parang ganyan. So you should be able to find tools to help you bridge that gap. So you can ask them, yan, ganito. Pwedeng kung may questions kayo, feel free to hit the chat box, ganyan. This is when you're doing live seminars. Feel free to hit the chat box or show me a reaction by, di ba sa Zoom, meron silang mga parang signals for the speaker na, am I speaking too fast? Yeah, may ganon, di ba? Thumbs up, thumbs down, too fast, go slower, may ganon ba?
Kasi you can use that, halimbawa, thumbs up is doing okay, or meron doon kasing clap na pagka nagka-clap, it could be fast, no? So you can create your own meaning to those
to those icons that are available.
Yeah. Yes.
So yun. Tapos, immediate feedback also in terms of assessment. Pwede rin. Kasi parang after asking them to read something, read a reading material, pwede ka nang magbigay ng short quiz agad na alam mo yun, yung automated na yung responses para may immediate feedback na agad si student na I got 3 out of 5. Which part should I reread? Which part pala I didn't get? Parang ganyan. So mga ganong simple tasks, I guess, we can incorporate that when we're doing online learning. Ano pa ba yung iniisip ko, isa sa mga powerful learning experiences also would be collaborating with classmates, di ba?
Yes,
when you're doing projects, you learn a lot when you're working with other people. Yun yung medyo mahirap i-replicate sa distance learning kasi lalo if they are if it's asynchronous, 'di ba? Kasi may mga courses tayo like kami sa UPOU, it's mostly asynchronous. Wala akong live sessions eh. So parang the students study at their own pace. So iplaplanuhin mo ng mabuti ang mga ganitong group projects so that your students will be able to still have time to work with their classmates and learn from their classmates instead of yung just learning from the modules or learning from you. So
I see.
Yun yung mga parang things that I think you can build in or try to build into your courses or your online courses.
I see. Curious lang ako, no? Hindi ko pa na-experience ang UP Open U. Meron bang videos doon? I mean, or those are like reading materials? Paano ba siya?
Okay. So depende sa teacher. So kunwari ako, I have my own course site, no? So I upload different materials there. May reading materials doon, may study guides to help you as you go through your reading. So hindi lang siya, basahin nyo to. Meron silang activities na ginagawa after the readings so that you can process their understanding. So merong discussion boards, you can also upload videos, you can also put in quizzes or short assessments, no? So all of these things you can build into your course page. Ang mahalaga talaga, I think, is especially when you're doing self-paced or self-paced learning, yung bahala sila sa schedule nila. You have to have a clear study schedule. Parang week 1, ito ang topic natin. Bahala ka kahit anong araw mo o kahit na anong oras mong aralin ito, basta ito yung coverage natin for week 1. Di ba may ganun? Meron kang set timeline. Tapos may allowance kasi halos lahat ng mga nag-e-enroll sa mga online universities, di ba, they're very busy with work, kaya nga sila online
Yes.
kasi they couldn't physically go to school. So
Correct.
yung may grace dapat, may adjustment, anong tawag doon? May grace period ba? For
I see.
inevitable delays, ganyan. Built-in na rin dapat yun. You have to be understanding of your students' situations.
Interesting.
So, kwento ko lang, no, Jeff.
Go ahead, please.
One time, nagpa-take home quiz ako sa UPOU.
Students.
Tapos, take home siya in the sense na you have 24 hours to answer and then submit it back to me. But, ang sabi ko, malinaw na nakalagay doon, every minute na delayed, may -1 point ka. Kasi 24 hours na eh. Open notes na siya, 24 hours na siya. So parang feeling ko, enough na yun, di ba?
Okay.
Natakot ka?
Hindi, joke.
Pero you are given that warning parang 2 weeks in advance. Na parang
okay.
ihanda mo na yung
Yes.
ihanda mo na yung aaralin mo, ihanda mo na yung materials mo, ganyan, di ba? Tapos, on that day itself, dahil nasa Pilipinas tayo, grabe yung ang dami kong text message. Ma'am, hindi ko ma-upload. Ma'am, kailangan ko pa pumunta sa internet cafe kasi naputol yung internet namin sa bahay. Ma'am, nag-brown out kami, may bagyo, yung mga ganyan. So ang dami talagang nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas that you really have to consider.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Grabe. Yes. So grabe naman yun. Ang daming mga pangyayari. But yes, it happens. Even to us in the university level, ganun din ang nangyayari, ang dami sa amin pa-move naman, pa-extend. But anyway, it has been said already weeks ago. So Anne, what are we to expect from your demo and from your class? No, hindi yata nasagot yan na naputol kanina. So what can we expect from the demo program, and what can we expect, or what can learners expect, no, na makukuha nila during your program? Yeah.
So I think during the demo we can share unang-una the definition of reading and reading comprehension. So ano nga ba talaga, what does this mean when we say we are understanding something? And then I'll also share what research says about how good readers read and how different it is from poor readers. Parang ganon. So malinaw na dapat naiintindihan natin ano-ano mga skills na meron ang good readers. Kailangan we have that list of so that we can get what we need to teach from there.
I see.
So yun yung isasama ko sa demo. And then during the actual what do you call that? The actual thing, the actual talk.
Yes.
Doon na tayo magde-demonstrate or magmo-model ng actual Think Aloud. So paano ba ginagawa yung Think Aloud? I'll walk you through the process. Ano yung mga different steps that you need to take before actually doing a Think Aloud in your class.
I see. Anne, ito ba pang reading teachers lang or pwede kahit anong subjects ito?
Kasi ako, dahil reading teacher ako, I personally think that reading is important for all subjects, across all subjects, even in math. Kasi in math, you have word problems. Pag poor yung comprehension mo, mali na yung sagot mo. Kahit na naiintindihan mo, marunong kang mag-plus, marunong kang mag-subtract. Pero pag hindi mo naiintindihan what the actual operation you need to do, kung plus ba siya, or subtract ba siya, or multiply ba siya, or divide, dahil mali yung pagkakaintindi mo sa problem, then, maapektuhan din yung math grades mo, kumbaga. So, reading is a gateway for all the other subjects. So, I think that this strategy or this talk will be useful for all kinds of teachers. But I will be demonstrating how it's used in a literacy class or in a reading class. Kumbaga, siguro isip na lang, kailangan si teacher na nakikinig, given the steps, no, maiisip niya how to apply this in his or her subject area.
I see. How about for homeschooling parents? How will this help? How will this technology help them? Lalo na yung mga mag-homeschool pa lang ngayon, no? Sa year na to, no? May makukuha ba silang tips diyan?
Oo, kasi nga like we mentioned, parang it's something that we don't usually teach. Ang normal na pinapagawa even when we're homeschooling, basahin mo yan, sagutin mo yung tanong. Parang ganun. Pero
Yes.
what do you do when your student doesn't understand? So you have to be able to, parang as a teacher, you have to be able to say, ito yung skill, ito yung comprehension skill na hindi niya maintindihan. Halimbawa, hindi siya marunong mag-infer. Hindi siya marunong kumuha ng clues doon sa binabasa niya to be able to understand what he or she is reading. So, ito ang pwede kong gawin para matulungan niya. So yun, by understanding the reading process or the reading comprehension process, as well as the different reading comprehension strategies, you should be able to troubleshoot when you see that your student or your child is not understanding. That's what I hope, no?
Interesting.
Galing.
So how about yes, Jeremy, you want to
No,
say something?
Galing. Because reading really is it's a gateway for everything, right? Your understanding of the world. If you can't read, you can't understand what's going on around you, di ba? So very
Yeah.
important.
Okay. Meron pumasok dito sa atin, ano? May magtatanong lang. Sandali excuse me. Yan. Papa-mute. Yan, okay. Papasok lang sa atin ngayon to ask a question. Let's try to Derek. Derek, wait, unmute ko lang si Derek. Hello, Derek.
Okay. Meron pumasok dito sa atin, no?
Yeah. Derek, pakihina lang, Derek, please, yung what do you call this? A cell phone or computer? Can you lower the volume para walang feedback, Derek?
Yeah.
Volume.
Pakihina, please, para wala tayong feedback. Yan. Okay. Si Sir Derek, I think has a question for Miss Ann, no? Ano yung
Yes,
question?
Good evening po.
Good evening sa iyo po. May feedback, ano? Meron yatang naka-on na volume. Baka pwedeng paki-off lang please yung volume para hindi tayo mag-feedback. Yan. All right. So may question si Derek Ann about this reading comprehension.
Okay na
Yes,
po?
go ahead, Derek. Yes, okay na.
Walang.
Yeah, you can ask your question. Yeah, you can ask your question now, Derek. Naririnig ba?
Yeah, can you hear
Asan yung
us?
speaker?
Yeah, we can hear you, Derek.
Yes.
Habang iniintay natin si Derek, basahin muna natin to from Yem. Absolutely, Miss Choi, reading skill can never be underestimated for it. Serve as the main highway to pass through before reaching different directions. Wow! Okay yan, Miss Castañeda. Derek, are you ready now?
Yes po, may tanong lang po.
Sige, go ahead, Derek.
Since most of the children or learners right now are fond of using gadgets, so how do you think these digital resources can be included in classroom to enhance their vocabulary reading and at the same time their reading comprehension? Po.
So digital resources.
Yes po.
I think whether they're reading print or reading something digital, the same comprehension strategies apply. Di po ba? Pareho lang naman po yung processes na ginagamit natin, whether we're reading something on paper or we're reading something on the screen. Except we get more distracted when we're reading on screen. Kasi pag pindot mo minsan, may hyperlink na, or even when you're reading ebooks, meron certain functions like when you click on a word, may lalabas na agad na dictionary, parang ganon. So actually, may use ang digital devices or digital books, parang ganon. Pero it doesn't replace the reading teacher as the parang source or parang as the parang facilitator of comprehension. Kumbaga, pareho kayo Whether reading from a print or reading from a device, it's the content can be the same, but how the reader understands it, dun papasok si teacher. Am I making sense?
Yes po, I understand. Thank you po.
Yeah. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Derek. Thanks for visiting us. Ano?
Thank
Ito
you
yung
po.
maganda dito sa technology. Eh. Derek, where are you from?
From Santa Rosa, Laguna po.
Wow, all the way. Magkalayo. Ann is in Visayas right now. Tama ba, Ann? Yan. And Derek is there in Santa Rosa. So, Derek, maraming salamat sa iyong pagtanong. Sana nasagot namin, ha?
Thank you
Thank
po.
you very much. Okay. Meron pa tayong isang guest na magtatanong, si Miss Maiden. Pasok lang natin si Miss Maiden. Miss Maiden. Hello. Ayan, Miss Maiden. Hindi pa yata tayo nakikita ni Miss Maiden. Ayan. Hi, Miss Maiden.
Good evening po.
Good
Yes.
evening.
Your question for Miss Ann?
I'm from One Drew's Work Speed Learning Center po, from Santa Rosa, Laguna. We are a private school po kami. And yung online enrollment po namin is ongoing na. Since online classes na po tayo, what are the things that you can recommend to us to ensure the quality learning of the students?
Sorry, come again. Medyo choppy. Sorry,
Thank you
what's the
po.
question again?
Sabi niya since online learning.
Okay. Learning. Okay.
So what
How do we
recommendation
ensure quality? Oh, yun. Okay.
for
Sige.
quality?
Sige.
Okay. Recently, I worked with a group and we released parang guidelines or parang something like reflective questions to help teachers consider or help teachers think about their situation this pandemic, no? Kasi nga lahat tayo biglang shift to remote learning. And one of two of the guiding principles that we parang put out there was number 1, do no harm. Ibig sabihin nun, stressful na po ang situation dahil posibleng magkasakit or marami nagkakasakit, di po ba? Wag na po nating dagdagan yung stress ng mga bata at stress ng mga magulang. So unang-unang consideration ninyo, do no harm, think about their situation, and then pangalawa po, be realistic in terms of what you can accomplish. Kasi I'm sure marami tayong magagawa or ginagawa sa class na hindi na possible or marami tayong tinuturo sa class na face-to-face na hindi na possible when we're doing remote or online learning. So you really have to consider, ano ba talaga yung pinaka-essential? Ano ba talaga yung priority ko? Ito yung tututukan ko ng pansin. Hindi, di bali na yung mga non-essential. So yun yung mga parang kailangan natin pag-isipan. Yung sitwasyon ng magulang, sitwasyon na pala ng pamilya. Halimbawa, wala silang gadget, huwag nyo na po silang pinutin na maghanap ng gadget. So maghanap tayo bilang teacher, maghanap tayo ng ibang paraan para matulungan or matuto sila. Parang gano'n, I guess. Kumbaga, like yung kinento ko kanina about setting deadlines, since we know nga that our internet connection here in the Philippines is not reliable, yun may ganyang leeway ka dapat or may ganyang grace ka dapat, lalo nang sa sitwasyon ngayon.
I see. All right. Thank you. Maiden, nasagot ba ang iyong katanungan? Wow, great. So, maraming salamat for dropping by, Miss Maiden. No? Thank you. So, yan, Ann, very nice. Meron pang comment dito. Sana nasagot namin yung mga questions niyo. We have a comment from Miem. It is in the delivery of its content that matters. Must be comprehensible at all. Yes, I agree. Gusto ko yung point na sinabi ni Anna, no? And we focus, we understand the situation of the family as well as really just going for the essentials. I think may guidelines na naman ng DepEd doon, no? Kung ano lang talaga essentials like reading, math, and science, something like that, no? Hindi ko pa siya na maalala lahat, eh.
Ang alam ko po, naglabas sila ng MELCs, tinatawag nilang MELCs, Minimum Essential Learning Competencies. So,
Oo.
I think they parang ang pagkakaintindi ko po, no, kasi I haven't really looked at the document, yung parang pinaka-essential na kailangan matutunan from the curriculum, they parang put it together in the document. So yun yung parang magiging focus. Kumbaga, binawasan. And then, marami rin pong mga skills na pwedeng matutunan sa bahay na mas mahirap matutunan sa school. Halimbawa, yung mga home economics subjects, di po ba? So like cooking, gardening, ito yung mga mahirap ituro sa school. So sana teachers or actually parents can use this time to, teach these skills that are not being focused on or that are harder to teach in school.
Agree. Actually, ako nga, pinag-uusapan namin ni Ingrid, nung wife ko, sabi ko sana, mas importante ngayon na pandemic yung mga home economics eh. Kasi these are very practical lessons eh. So sana nga, even PE, kasi ang hirap lumabas eh, hindi ka makalabas eh. So even at home, no? But anyway, we have another question, guest, no, to ask a question kay Miss Ann. Okay. Hi, Donna. Good evening.
Good evening po.
Magandang gabi po.
Yes.
Good evening po from Wanderers.
Hi, good evening. Yes. Medyo wala kami marinig. What's your question, Donna?
Okay. Hello again po. Good evening po. I'm from Wanderers po and I'm a preschool teacher po. So this is my question. So how ay walang marinig.
Sige, go ahead.
How do you
Go ahead.
How do you overcome reading comprehension difficulties considering the readiness and the different level of thinking of the child?
Okay, interesting question, Yes.
That's a very good question. Kasi kahit nasabihin mong lahat ng ikaw po preschool, no? So you have a class of say 3 or 4-year-olds, di po ba? Tama? Or 5-year-old po? Anong handle ninyo? 5-year-old. So kahit na pare-pareho po sila ng edad, iba-iba po sila ng kakayahan, iba-iba sila ng pag-iintindi, di po ba? Depende yan sa pamilya nila, sa environment nila, sa background nila. So, may fans po kayo.
May fans ka dyan. Yes.
So, yun, it's really important that you take into consideration the context, no? At kasama sa context doon yung estudyante ninyo. Ano ba yung alam nila? Parang ganyan. Sa ano yung kulang? Parang ganun. Para you are able to bridge the gap between what the text is trying to say as well as what your student knows. Yung comprehension is the bridge between the reader and the text eh. So, ikaw as a teacher, ikaw po yung magbe-bridge noon. Ano yung alam ng estudyante mo? How are you gonna bring her or him to this level para maintindihan niya yung text? Kumakaway yung anak ko from the window. So.
Wow. Yan, okay, very nice. So, nasagot naman, Donna, yung question.
Opo, thank you po.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Donna, sa pagtanong. So, tama, maganda yung question ni Donna, no? Tama, no? Kasi ang bata nga naman, iba-ibang kanilang level of competency, ano? So, yeah. Pero very challenging yan for teachers with like, for example, 40 kids, right? Inside. So, medyo challenging yan. So, yung pag-planning nila dyan, medyo talagang matindi-tindi, no? Ito, babasa lang tayo ng, ng mga comments. Ito. It is in, nabasa na pala natin yan. Teachers' creativity in the new normal must be enhanced. I agree. No? Yeah. Meaning to say, talagang lahat ng skills, talagang i-develop nyo talaga yung inyong mga skills. And I think this is also the best time to retool yourself, to sharpen the saw. Ako may principle ako dyan. I like to share this to everyone, no? I've been in the school business for 19 years. And napapansin namin, tuwing may crisis, doon maraming taong nag-i-enroll. Because that is the time they equip themselves, no? So, which is totoo namang magandang nangyari sa kanila because nagre-retool sila, mas nagiging, parang they're protected from the crisis, no? Naging protected sila. So, yon, no? Good evening from Isabella. Yes, nako. It was a very fruitful conversation. Anne, maraming salamat for allowing this interview, no, to happen, no, with si Anne kasi nag-homeschool yan. She's still helping in DepEd, tama ba? You're still helping them, no?
Hindi
Hindi na,
na.
but they still
Hindi na ako within DepEd, but I'm working on some projects with them.
yeah. So parang you're still in touch with them for some projects, no? So, yon. So, ulitin ko lang yung kay Anne, yung schedule ni Anne sa lahat na nakikinig. Ang schedule ni Anne, we have a demo class which will happen let me just check the schedule again, para sure tayo. Okay. June 4, okay, 2 p.m. Meron tayong demo class na napadala na yung link sa inyo. Okay? Make sure you watch it. I know you find this very interesting. And yung talk ni Anne, the 1 hour and a half talk, is going to be on June 20, 2 p.m. If you want to catch the early bird rate naman, okay, we have a discount of 200 pesos until May 30. I think you can get it only for 450. May mga nag-check out na. Actually, may mga nag-check out na. We're just waiting for them to pay, So, it's until May 30. So, grab the opportunity. Ito yung code niya, ANNSEB. So, ANNSEB. Okay? ANNSEB. You can use that code to when you check out in the checkout box, no? May nagtatanong, Sir Jeff, can I pay through GCash or PayMaya to avail of Miss Anne's demo lesson? Yem, the demo lesson is for free. Okay? We can give you the link. Just PM us, Miss Yem. PM us. We will send you the link. Okay? But if you're asking for the paid class, yes, you can pay through GCash. We will get in touch with you. Do send us a PM. Okay? So we can send you, or we'll try to look for you in Facebook. I will write down your name now, no? Baka makalimutan pa namin, no? All right. So, meron pang bumabate sa iyo, and thank you. Nagpapasalamat. Thank you from Wondrous Teachers. God bless. All right. So, Anne, thank you very much, no? Maraming salamat. Ang dami kong natutunan. So, ngayon
Salamat, Jeff and Jeremy.
Yep, thank you.
And I'm glad, no, na you were able to share this. Actually, ngayon lang kami nagkausap ni Anne ng ganito katagal-tagal after we graduated. Oo, na ganun na katagal. And now I'm learning so much about what she's doing, and it's very interesting and it's very noble. And yun, if we want to have an intelligent population, we really start doing it by teaching them really how to read. No? Oh, may pahabol pang question dito. Do you think that for smaller kids like grade 4 and below, would it be better for them to read hard copies, print out than from laptop, iPad? Would that have the same effect or impact? Yes, Anne. Parang ganun yung question kanina, but yes, baka para masagot mo.
Ako, my personal opinion is really print materials are better. Kasi ang daming distraction sa iPad, magkamali ka lang ng pindot, you can be led to another page. Lalo na for really young kids, no? Yung ganun, I think yung distractibility part, yun yung medyo mahirap.
Yes.
But I also understand that tablets are very handy. You can, yung parang stack of 10 books mo, kasya sa isang tablet, di ba?
Yes.
So yun din naman yung advantage niya, parang ganun.
Tama,
But
agree
for
ako. Yeah.
comprehension, in terms of yung research, may nagsasabi na no effect ang screen, may nagsasabi na mas effective pa rin pagka print, parang ganun. So hindi ko alam, hindi pa conclusive kumbaga.
Yes, ako, I normally use gadgets, no? Especially yung pag nagre-research ako on topics. Kasi with gadgets, I can actually highlight and then just transfer it para at least nandun lahat ng notes ko, no? But sometimes, there are also times I feel na, it's nice to write things down. So, pero I agree most dun sa sinabi ni Anna, yung distractibility issue. Kasi isang click lang dyan, nasa Facebook ka na, Isang click lang dyan, nasa Instagram ka na
Or
or
minsan may
email ka.
pop-up, di ba? Minsan
Exactly,
nababasa
no?
ko may nagpa-pop-up.
Madidistract ka, mawawala ka, no? So, yon. And thank you very much for your time, no? Yes, Jeremy? Yes,
lang.
oh. Tapos,
Yeah.
after this, si Anne, I will invite her to a page, no, na nandun lahat noong na-interview na namin. Parang madami, pero kukunti pa lang yun. So, we're trying to build on that, no? Para next time, magkakaroon tayo ng isang maraming session dito. So, yun. Thank you very much for watching. Next week, this Sunday naman, Sunday, we have someone who teaches Singapore math. Yan. All right. So, interesting topic diyan, no? And we will relate that how to teach Singapore math in, the digital setting. All right? So anyway, maraming salamat and thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Okay? I will send you a message
and have a good evening.
Yes, I'll send you a message of gratitude after this one. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Anne. Okay. So, Jeremy, we learned a lot. Humaba tayo dahil napakasarap ng kwentuhan natin, ano?
Yeah,
Well, I learned a lot, no? Yung strategy ng reading aloud. Akala ko lang babasahin mo ng malakas. Yun pala, you have to parang be in conversation with the book and with yourself, no? To interact.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yun. Now, I remember back in high school, we can't write in our books. It was rented. It was rented out to us. So, some of our books, you can't write on them. Sayang. But anyway.
Yun nga eh. Kasi, but anyway, sige, yun. We will see everyone on Sunday. And, all right. So, bye-bye to everyone. All right?